Yeah, I'm gonna.
Which is a great segue into my biggest gripe with this movie.
Please, yeah, I was gonna say I've been talking for way too long, bro. Please.
The biggest gripe that I have with this movie is that it set up what I think would have been the coolest thing thematically for Star Wars ever, which is the balance. Right?
Yeah.
We got the first movie of the series, which was the dark side, basically.
Yeah.
The second movie, which is the light side, and then. I think that Kylo and Rey had enough like interaction between each other during that entire movie where they were
not chemistry, interaction.
Yeah, interaction where they were kind of swaying each other to the other side. And I think that like after killing Snoke, Kylo reaching out and being like, "Hey,
let's make something."
I think that we could like fix this.
Yeah.
And her actually like going along with it would have been really neat. Because then it wouldn't have been another like, oh, well, the rebellion's going against the First Order and everything's fighting. It's like that. What we saw in that movie was like the devastating reality of a war.
Yeah,
and they both saw it from all sides, and it would have led to a really cool third movie where it's like, how do we get both sides to stop?
Like I said, I will say this forever: anything would have been better than would have been better than what we got.
And the thing that I think would have been the coolest thing is get rid of Rey's whatever Luke's hand-me-down lightsaber, get rid of Kylo's little cross lightsaber, give them both white lightsabers.
Yeah.
For the balance.
Yes.
Rip out those kyber crystals, toss them aside, and just fight for not what's right and what's wrong, but for what seems just.
Yeah. You know what I want to? You know what that reminds me of? That I want to say is that one of my favorite animes and mangas is Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Have you seen?
This could have gone somewhere much worse.
Have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
I have not. I read some of it.
Okay.
But not
so
enough.
One of my favorite things about this is it's not like Dragon Ball Z. Oh, bad guy bad, good guy good. Like, one of the things I like about Hunter x Hunter is that the bad guys, quote unquote, it's more realistic in the sense of like the bad guy isn't always your bad guy. Sometimes they're things align with you, and you guys end up working together. And it's just like, because that's real life. Like, I don't know many people.
I mean, that happened in Naruto too.
Yeah, I don't have
bring Naruto into this episode too.
Yeah, so it's like it's more realistic in the sense of like, okay, Kylo and Rey are not necessarily like always going to be enemies. Like, we saw them fight together.
I don't think they ever were enemies.
We liked it. Yeah, again, exactly. So it's kind of like one of those things where,
they're not lovers. That's for sure.
That's for darn
they're
sure.
definitely not lovers, but they're not enemies.
That was like one of the worst things he ever did. I cannot forgive him for that.
I think I said it during the other episode, but that was because JJ wanted the same like Luke and Leia kiss moment.
And that's so dumb. It was definitely.
You shouldn't want that.
No,
nobody should want that.
Yeah, if you watch
let the cousins kiss.
Yeah, if you liked that and you were one of the people in theaters that cheered when they kissed, you're not the kind of person that want to be friends with.
heard no cheers. All I heard was, what?
My theater actually cheers, and I was dumbfounded.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
I think I would have started laughing really loudly.
Yeah, and my current ex-wife, but she was there at the time, she was like, immediately
this?
like, no,
what's happening?
Yeah, she literally said, no, they didn't earn that. That's not
even close.
Yeah. But I like that idea that you were saying where it's like, okay, he's kind of set up as a bad guy, but is he really? Like, no, they work together, and like, it's more complicated and realistic than, oh, good guy good, bad guy bad. You know what I'm saying?
And how do you end a war that refuses to end?
Yeah. Well, in ancient times, they would just have the leaders of opposite nations marry each other.
Oh no, JJ was right.
No, they don't need to get married.
You gotta let them kiss.
Yeah,
no,
and I think that there was also. I mean, we talk about Star Wars fans. Like, some of you guys are cool, some of you guys are racist, and and some of you guys were.
Oh no, we've nailed every fan base to ever exist.
Yeah, so some people were very upset that there might have been some kind of hint that Rey might be with a black guy, even though she's white. I think
there was enough chemistry with any of the characters.
No, and which is why I love that Rose was there. She could have been that for him.
Yeah, that's true.
But even the bad racist fans were like, no, we don't like Asians either, and we don't like Rose, and don't make her be a part of the movie. And she got so bullied.
How dare the galaxy have more than just aliens and white people?
Yeah, I know, because a lot of people were mad at John Boyega being in it. I remember the.
I do remember that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, guys, too. Like really. When he puts on the helmet, he's white.
Space. They're in space.
Isn't that enough?
There's
for you?
aliens.
Yeah.
Ashoka has weird tendrils.
I mean, I kind of like her tendrils, but
yeah, but you also.
I mean, not the teenage version of Ahsoka, but I mean from Ahsoka the series where she's Rosario Dawson, like. You know what I mean? But anyways,
let's dig a deeper hole into that.
No, we won't do that. We're not going to do that because if this gets a lot of traction, I don't want people to clip me saying weird stuff.
You hear that, guys? Clip it.
No,
clip him saying stuff. He likes it when he clips saying stuff.
Yeah. So back to the thing. Poor Rose, and and this is how you notice, because Rise of Skywalker was just to placate and to give the fans what they wanted, and so they gave him an appropriate black person to also be romantic with. Another
so
that's also BS. Because races shouldn't mix, according to JJ.
Of course, yeah.
Star Wars fans,
you got to keep the lineage pure.
God, oh my gosh,
you didn't like that one
so much.
You didn't like that one
so much. So so JJ racist, Ryan Johnson not, because he was trying to set that up. I mean, some people still didn't like Rose and Finn, which whatever. Like, it doesn't have to pay off. Like,
yeah,
people like people and they don't like them back. Like, that's also realistic.
JJ put 2 women kissing in the last movie, so
yeah, he did. He did. Sorry, I blanked out most of that movie.
Yeah, you should have.
But he just literally just undoes everything good that Ryan did. So
yeah.
But anyways,
that's so yeah. My biggest gripe is that it didn't. It tied itself up into a nice little bow, and then I think what happened is that Ryan was trying to go that direction, where it's like they work together because that's interesting and new.
Yeah.
And then the executive said, they can kill Snoke together. They can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll chop off my balls at this point, I guess.
Yeah, they castrated him.
It would have set up so much interesting stuff, and then would have put the whole Star Wars IP into a nice little bow.
Can we talk about that fight? Dude, there was something in my notes I want to mention as well, but can we just talk about the fight scene in the throne room? Like, that is one of the coolest, in my opinion, one of the coolest things in Star Wars history.
I do also remember sitting there and being like, damn, this is neat.
Yeah, dude.
I could watch this for another 20 minutes.
Almost standing up and cheering when she threw him the lightsaber and he just turned it on and turned it off right into his...
So cool.
Yes.
So
freaking cool, man. Just cool. It just
Why are you laughing at us?
What
are you laughing at us about?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Said we're just boys.
That pure male, yes. Oh yeah. You know when you see a good kung fu movie and they're fighting, you know what I mean? Like, it just has that strong.
She laughs at me because I have an affinity for stories where the main character just punches the bad guy when he's being a douchebag.
Yeah.
And I just think one satisfying punch to the face is all you really need.
Well, speaking of that, you think about what immediately came to mind was when in One Piece where Luffy punched that celestial dragon after he shot the octopus guy. You don't know.
I'm not that far into One Piece.
Oh my gosh, my bad. But Luffy gives one of the most satisfying punches to the face.
I just finished Skypiea.
Okay, you're way behind, bro.
Yeah, man. There's a bajillion episodes. What am I supposed to do?
Fair enough. But there's not a bajillion episodes of Star Wars because JJ literally killed it with the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and you know what? It might be better in that case. It might be better for that. At this point,
there's new stuff coming out. I think right now the Acolyte just dropped, and I think that has.
Oh, that's good.
The Mandalorian was freaking great.
I never finished the Mandalorian, but the episodes I did watch, I thought were very fun.
Always so good.
Yeah,
I love the Mandalorian. So Star Wars is still doing stuff, but it's not doing stuff with
Galaxy's
the main characters because they turned it into a family soap opera, and it's just let other people not be involved with the family drama. and let it just be about people who are also just force sensitive, which is what Ryan was trying to do.
Yeah, I think Ryan was trying to end the space epic that was unnecessary fighting at that point.
Yeah,
because all that JJ did was say, "Hey, after they finished like fighting this war, they just started another one."
Yeah, dude, can I talk real quick about something I read in my notes? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things
that was to his notes, not to. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
the camera did not read that well.
Yeah. So one of the things I wrote down that I want to talk about, one of my favorite moments, dude. The original puppet Yoda came back.
Yeah,
and not only that,
I remember that was a funky thing to see,
dude. But it was so good. But in that moment, so Luke in his frustration is like, I'm gonna burn it all down. I'm tired of it. and then he's just like, oh no, but it's Jedi stuff and it's kind of important. And he's just like wavering. And then Yoda shows up and just is like, who cares? Burn it, bro. And he just freaking force lightnings the tree and it catches on fire.
Which goes to your point of like, it's Luke's new character. He's learning to get over like the culty lineage of everything and it being so like high important and super correct.
Because that's the hard part of being raised in a religion.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, is that you still have a strong pull towards it, even though you know that there's a lot of things that are not correct about it.
And we've all known Yoda was the woke one the entire time. It was like, hey man, religion's religion.
Yeah, it's like let's focus on the things.
There's
that are
some
important.
good stuff here, but like don't let it consume you entirely.
Like let's focus on the stuff that's important. And these books and this tree is not
important at all.
And so, and then I like the joke. He's like, he was like, yeah, but the Jedi text. And he's like, oh, you've read them, have you?
Right? Yeah,
they're real patrons, aren't they?
You read them all, huh?
But one of the things that Yoda says is that failure is the greatest teacher. And what I wrote down here is meaning we shouldn't run from our past as Luke did, because he didn't deal with it, he ran.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, logical. We discussed that's a logical move. Makes sense. Excuse me. But we should learn from it and move forward, not making the same mistakes again.
Hey man, let the past die.
Exactly. Kill it if you have to. And
burn it down if you have to.
Yeah. And Yoda also said, he said, look, we lost Ben, but we cannot lose Rey.
Yeah.
Like Yoda said it, and I was like, dude, that's so, to me, that was profound.
Yeah, don't do it twice.
Do not make the same
screw
mistakes.
It up twice.
Exactly. He said, look, we lost Ben, okay? That was bad. That was horrible. That was sad. We cannot afford to lose Rey.
Failure's only failure when you give up.
Yes. And so, again, such a deep, like, truth that we can grab hold on and that could take us into everyday life. Along with the sentiment that, hey, anybody can have the power to change their world, change their situation.
Like Chef Gusteau said in Ratatouille, anyone can cook.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can be a Jedi.
Yeah, it's
even
all
a rat,
connected.
Probably.
And so,
can we have a rat Jedi? That'd be cool.
I'm sure there's somewhere in the galaxy where there's rat people that are anthropomorphic and
have little tiny lightsabers
and can wield. Yeah, well, they could be a little bigger. They could be, cat size or dog size.
Like the Narnia character, yes, correct.
Yeah. So that was just a moment to me. I don't know. I don't remember hearing a lot of hate around that, but that was one thing that in the moment when I watched it caught me off guard, but it was kind of a jerk of like, whoa, that's different, which is, I think...
About the Yoda puppet?
No, just him just being like, hey, dude, destroy it all. Like,
I thought that... I don't think I ever heard anybody think that was bad.
Yeah.
And I really feel like that fit to the rest of Luke's character, which is why I don't think he should have been a Force ghost. I think he should have just shown up.
Oh, yeah.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah, we made that joke because you mentioned it. Why won't the Force ghosts fight if they can touch things?
Yeah, dude. What's the point?
Why won't they fight?
You tell me Yoda can't do that?
That was one of my favorite things.
You tell me Yoda can't do that?
Yeah, exactly. That was one of my favorite things. Why won't they fight? And I was like, yeah, dude, true. Why won't they fight? Great question. So
definitely should have just let Luke be there.
Yeah.
And let him have his final moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let him stop Kylo, and Kylo get really frustrated by that.
Yeah.
And then he actually be dead, and Kylo be like, there I go, doing it again, killing my mentors, the only ones I have.
Here I go killing again.
Yeah. Which would really lead into Kylo's final moment with Rey at the end of the movie, being like, No, I think we should probably do something about this because this isn't working the way I thought it would.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I thought? It just popped in my head was like another idea that I had would it be crazy if like Kylo and Rey switched places and she ended up on the dark side and Kylo was.
That was another thing that I thought about too.
Yeah.
Is well, I think the way that it's either in the last movie when they work together, they switch places and they just take out either side entirely, or they go back and they're like double agents ish, trying to get their side to stop before having to take it down. Well, I mean, like you could imagine Rey coming back and being like, "Hey guys, I think we should just stop fighting."
Yeah.
And trying to get them all to stop, and when they don't, she's like, "No, guys, we really gotta get this stop happening."
Or I'll
like we
kill
can,
you.
like the other side will stop if we stop. Yeah. While Kylo's on the other side going, "We're stopping right now," and having like a what is it called, a mutiny happen with him before they both have to actually stop it themselves. I think that'd be neat.
Yeah, super neat.
Better than them kissing after killing her grandfather.
Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, so let me ask you this.
Force kiss.
What was there? Yeah,
that's what it was. He was dead. She kissed him, brought him back to life. It was a forced kiss.
A forced kiss. Ugh. Yeah, we rock. We're so funny. Oh, okay. I lost my partner, my co-host. I went too far on the cheesy side.
The dead speaks.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine's back.
Oh my gosh, that whole movie's garbage. But let me ask you this. Was there a criticism of The Last Jedi that we have not talked about that you have a rebuttal to? Because I feel like it was about Luke in the beginning. It was about
it was about being slow.
Yeah, them not showing who Rey's parents were, Snoke dying. Finn.
I don't think Snoke dying. I feel like there were people who were upset about Snoke dying.
There were lots of people who were upset.
And I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Well, they were very...
Snoke wasn't that big of a deal in the first place.
Well, they were very upset. And they were like, "Oh, we never got to learn about what happened to him, and it's all."
I don't think that there was
fault.
anything that happened to him. I think that what happened was JJ copy pasted Episode 6.
Yeah.
Without any background for any of the characters, including Rey.
Yeah.
And said, "Let's make this and figure it out later."
Yeah.
Because that movie was interesting, but hollow.
Yeah, they literally had nothing written out.
And then Ryan said, "Let's round out these characters before we finish off the story."
Wow, what a crazy thing to do.
And then JJ came back and said, "Hey, not only am I going to undo everything you did, I'm going to undo it twice and then spit on you."
Yeah. Well, I felt like he spit on the freaking fans. Like, I don't know anybody who will say that the Rise of Skywalker is good. In fact, there's so much hate for The Last Jedi that I'm just like, how can you say that this is the worst movie? I literally said that, and I got downvoted so much.
Nice.
That I was like how can you say The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars movie when literally The Rise of Skywalker exists? And I got downvoted to oblivion.
Yes, The Rise of Skywalker is awful. Objectively speaking.
Yeah, I think what happened is maybe a lot of people didn't watch it, which good on them. That they didn't have to experience.
And they're just like, I just didn't like that one.
But if they did, they're just in denial because they just want to hit on The Last Jedi and not say that The Rise of Skywalker was literally the worst Star Wars movie, maybe the worst movie ever made. Like that's how much I hate that movie. I might say it's the worst movie ever made.
That's pretty harsh.
That is pretty harsh.
Leave your opinions about it in the comments after you click the subscribe button and maybe share it with your family who likes Star Wars.
Yeah, so...
If you like The Last Jedi, you tell us why.
Yes, please.
If you don't like it, tell us why. And if you like The Rise of Skywalker, seek help.
Exactly.
Find a therapist near you.
So the conclusion is this. The Last Jedi is the best of the last trilogy.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, no competition. No competition.
Yeah.
You either get something hollow or something messy or something that like actually cared about the characters.
I mean...
it's no competition.
I cannot... I don't know if my frustration is coming through, but I cannot express to you how disrespected and upset I am that The Rise of Skywalker exists, that it's a real thing. As much as when I walked out of the theaters from Everything Everywhere All at Once, just like in unbelief that this movie exists because it's so new and original, and how much I loved it, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I literally had to pinch myself and be like, did I just see what I saw, I was like, this is crazy. It's so good. That level of excitement and love for that movie is literally mirrored in the opposite direction by The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Jarvis's scale for movies is quite literally Everything Everywhere All at Once, Rise of Skywalker, and everything in between.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, if so, my conclusion, I think your conclusion as well, if I may, is that the Last Jedi is a great movie, is a good movie that has all the pieces needed. It's a little bit slower, it's more realistic, and it was put together in such a way that what was being set up was going to be amazing, I think. And that JJ he just took a big old dookie on the franchise. I'll never forgive him for it.
Yeah, the real villain of this trilogy was actually J.J. Abrams the whole time.
I mean, and maybe
the dead speaks,
and maybe Disney, because they just didn't. They didn't plan anything.
Disney didn't know what to do.
They went at it haphazardly.
Yeah, they took the first big name bid on it, I think is what happened.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, that works.
So I blame Disney and I blame JJ. Big time, for sure.
They missed out on massive marketing opportunities, at the very least.
The amount of money they lost because of JJ and The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I know most people who watch this are going to say that it's The Last Jedi, but you're not going to, I know you're not going to put in the comments the objective reasons why the Last Jedi is bad, because we have a rebuttal for all of those.
Well, and guess what? If you don't like it because you just don't like it, cool.
Yeah, leave it at that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If it's a taste thing, if you just don't like it because you don't like it, that's cool. My wife likes Oron High School Host Club. I don't.
That's great.
I like superhero boys with superpowers that punch people really hard.
Yeah. Like Luffy will when you get to it.
Probably, yeah. I imagine Luffy does punch a few people pretty hard.
Yeah. So I think that's the episode. Yeah. Do you also concur with that? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Episode?
Do you have anything you want to add, like regarding The Last Jedi and how it's actually a good movie?
To all my fans out there, adoring and non, and everywhere in between, what color is your lightsaber?
I have a blue one at home. That was in one of the episodes. That was in the...
I had a purple one.
Yeah.
I gave it away.
Oh, purple's great. Someone gave me
if I could choose one, though, I would have a white lightsaber. That's my OC. That's my Star Wars OC.
Dude, when I was a kid, purple was my favorite. I think I might have a purple because I just think it's so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Purple is such a great color.
Samuel L. Jackson agrees with you.
Dude. Samuel L. Jackson did phenomenal in The Hateful Eight, which I watched recently. I love Sam Jackson.
Tell us what movie we should watch in the comments and why it should be Disney's Planes.
But do that. But do that after you like and subscribe.
Yeah, and then tell Jarvis that we should watch Planes next.
Yeah, I don't want to watch Planes. Yeah, I don't either. But if you request it,
maybe. Yeah. If you say I really want y'all to watch Disney's Planes, it's gonna force our hands. We're gonna have to do it.
Yeah. Please don't. I already had to watch the Emoji Movie.
I don't know if Planes might be good. I haven't heard that it is.
That's not a risk. That's not a risk I want to take. I won't be able to get that time back. So, guys, this has been Full Time Movie Fans. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I know this is a very polarizing topic, especially in the Star Wars fan community, because everybody just hates The Last Jedi. There's a few of us out there. I've upvoted a few posts from other people that like The Last Jedi, trying to offset the massive downvotes, but to no avail.
Yeah, hot take. My last hot take is whatever you like, you're wrong.
You heard it here. Get better at have better taste.
Everyone's entitled to their opinions, even when they're wrong.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the Star Wars and The Last Jedi, and also African Americans being in the movie, or African people, because he's not African American. He's from Great Britain.
You should probably just outro before you get. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for hanging out. As always, we're Full Time Movie Fans. Hope you had a good time, and we hope your day is everything you dreamed to be and more. Bye.
Hey, you look good over there.
Look real good.
We thought about sharing your kindness with others.
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.